It reminded me of another email I got from Paul, and Paul does, oh my God, you guys are incredible, but Paul does... I think we could. I think you could put it on the other side. Training insights coming at you in 1 minute, but first of all, this is amazing. So a huge, major shout out to Daniel. Daniel is a vlog fan. He watches. He emailed me a couple days ago and said, Seth, I made you a flyby of the Pikes Peak Marathon 2020. So as we're driving to the post office here, I'm going to play it for you on your screen right now. Look how cool this is. And he does this, I guess it's called VFX for a living. And he's been home because of, COVID and COVID-19. So he's had a little more time. So he made this and it's just epic. Like, look at us going up the mountain. So there's 3 dots, the top 3 guys. So myself, Andy Wacker, and David Sinclair weaving up Pikes Peak all the way to the top. And really interesting to see where because when you're in first place, you have no idea how far back the guys are from you if you have a little bit of distance. So Daniel, very, very insightful 3D animation map. And I think like the mountain, just seeing the mountain in 3D, really, really amazing. So thank you, Daniel, for taking the time. I have no idea how long it took him to make this thing, but this map, but it was epic. And it reminded me again, it reminded me of another email I got from Paul. And Paul does, oh my God, you guys are incredible. But Paul does artwork for runners and cyclists. And I guess there's some potential artwork at the post office right now waiting for me. So I'm gonna go and try and track that down and see what's going on. So thank you, Paul, for whatever you sent. I do appreciate it. But man, you guys are the best. And it's so hard for me to, I don't know, I'll just say, like, be showered with these, these gifts and not be able to at least shake your hand in person. But bottom line, here's my thank you through YouTube. Oh boy. All right, here we go. Let's see if we can find some artwork. Not there yet, the piece of artwork, and it's connected to the Pikes Peak Marathon, so I'm not sure what it is, but Paul, it's not there, but we will find it. Definitely not giving up, all right? All right, we're going into the studio, going live, yes, unboxing another box, live with all of you. I think I'm gonna go live on Instagram as well, but if you are watching on Instagram, just so you know, the audio is not nearly as good as on YouTube. So if you want to hop over to YouTube, that might be a better strategy moving forward for these live streams. All right, setting up now. Hello, Instagram. Good afternoon. Once again, we're going live a lot more nowadays. Good to see you, Romaine, the first one to check in. Awesome. So be right back, Instagram. Just so you know, going live on YouTube as well. All right, so we are live. Here we are in the house opening. All right, so if you have questions, make sure you're thinking about them. Awesome, cool. All right, here we go. Okay. Wait a minute. Hold on here. This is not what is going on. A 1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3. Oh! Oh, not a New Balance shoe. Wait a minute. Chat, let's see what you got there. What's in the second box? Second box. 1, 2, and a 1, 2, 3. Come on now. The Hoka Rocket X, of course, the Hoka Rocket X. There it is. Oh, my. Just, what was the vlog title 2 days ago? Just in the nick of time for the Atreyu Artist. There it is over on the shelf. All right, let me set this down. Oh, Nelly. I tell you. Training insights, knowing when you are ready to race. And in 2020, looking always glass half full type of perspective on this crazy year, is that for a lot of us, whether we're doing virtual races, FKTs, sometimes, and I realize it's not the same as racing in person. I think all of us are very, very excited for 2021 when hopefully racing returns to a little bit of normalcy. But in the meantime, we have been allotted the opportunity to race on a more flexible schedule. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think the Boston Marathon just wrapped up, and I think it was a 1-week window. I believe New York City Marathon is a 1-week window, and I've seen some races as, I think the biggest window I've seen was it might have been a month, but it might have been 3 weeks long, where you had the opportunity to run a certain distance with a particular amount of elevation gain if it's a trail race. And of course, with FKT's fastest known times, which is what I'm gearing up for right now, I can do the FKT whenever I want. And so knowing when to make the attempt at a virtual race, at an FKT, and obviously for in the normal sphere of racing, when races are actually happening in person, you show up on the starting line, and that's the best, right? Everyone shows up, they know the race date, they're on the same starting line, you're sharing camaraderie, you're having a good time, it's like there's fun after the race, but we just can't do that right now. With respect to real races, it's all about, what am I always talking about? The pyramid. So peaking at the right time. So it's almost mentally probably a little easier, and I would say even physiologically easier to know, okay, the race day is, let's just say November 13th or November 14th. Let's say November 13th, and then you work backward. Actually, let's take True Love's 5K, November 21st. Now that we're registered, I can work backward from there with her training so that she arrives at the top of the pyramid in peak condition, ready to go, as fit as possible, as fresh as possible, and as healthy as possible. But right now, we're working with very unique times. Therefore, what are the cues that I look for in my training to know that I am ready to race? All right, here we go. Number one is, and this is very, very, very interesting. I'm 35. I'm telling you, when I was 34, 33, definitely 32, I distinctly remember running pretty high volume, pretty high vertical gain every week, and getting out of bed was a challenge. My feet hurt, my body hurt. I know, I'm very confident that I was adapting to the higher volume and higher vertical gain after, having taken some time off after college and then just starting to get into ultra running. So that's point number one, is I know it's crazy, but I know that I'm absorbing the training, and what happens when we sleep, that is when our body is adapting to the training and recovering. That's the number one recovery tool that we have as runners, is sleeping more. So when I can get out of bed and I have a spring in my step and I'm not aching all over the place, that is a great, great sign. And I have some pretty high volume under my belt. It's a great sign for me that I know I'm absorbing the training. Okay, that's point number one. Point number two, the long runs become easy. Monday, just what is today? Friday, 5 days ago, did 23 miles. That's a pretty solid long run at 6:10 a mile. Actually, I'm gonna try and do the relive for you on your screen right now. So that was in fact, during that 23-mile run, I was thinking to myself, I'm ready. In fact, I was like, wait a minute, what am I doing out here? I should be racing right now. I should be doing some sort of FKT right now because I feel so good. I feel so fresh and just kind of fluid in my gait cycle. Like everything felt effortless. That was the word I was repeating to myself on that 23-mile long run. And I almost came home and told True Love, like, I'm ready. Let's do this. Let's do this FKT. But I didn't because I didn't want mentally to set myself up for not knowing the exact date that I was going to make the attempt at the FKT. So that's point number 2, is that long runs become effortless. For you, it might be an interval workout that you know is like your go-to butter for your pursuing your fitness. And it's like, this is your go-to workout to tell you that you are fit. Okay, so that's point number 2. That's during the workout. Point number 3 is that when you get done with the workout, you ask yourself, almost to the point, I feel too good. That was a great effort. I'm running faster and I almost feel too fresh right now. What is going on? Like, why do I feel like I almost should I have run 2 miles more, 3 miles more? Should I have done another 800-meter repeat? Should I have dropped my 1K pace down by 5 to 10 seconds for the last, 3 reps, or whatever the case may be in your training? You get done and it's like, that was almost too easy. So that's where I'm at right now, everybody. And yes, just tell you right now, I'm going to make an attempt on the FKT very, very, very soon. Very soon. Stay tuned for that. Question of the day. Question of the day. How do you know when you are ready to race? What are the key insights that you look for in your body, in your training, in your mental state, in your so many different facets you could look at for knowing, okay, it's time to start the FKT, start the virtual race, start on the starting line. Obviously, that's the situation where we want to arrive at the top of the pyramid at the exact right time. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. A little insight into my training. I hope it, just gives you a little intel for how I'm approaching 2020 right now. All right, everyone. Thanks for being here. We'll toss it to, let's see. I'll toss it to some mental training that I do for myself right there, how I work on mental toughness, and especially leading into peak races, FKT attempts right there. Onward and upward. Thanks for being here. Seek beauty, work hard, and love each other. See you tomorrow.